When we talk of fishing in Uganda's islands, some of the most outstanding disorders that cannot go unnoticed include use of illegal fishing gear that scoop even immature fish, running battles between fishing folk and security agencies, especially UPDF's Fish Protection Unit, confrontation between fishermen and pirates, especially from neighboring Kenya and Tanzania, indiscriminate fishing, including in breeding zones. The list is long. Government has for ages taken all avenues, giving hope for ending the age-long fishing discipline on the lake, including slapping fishing bans on certain species of fish. But all attempts have ended in one endless song: we are dying of starvation and poverty. One fisherman who will go down in the Guinness Book of Records for making a successful attempt at ending all these shortcomings is Busuulwa, the proprietor for Bukanama Dairy Farm in Ddamba Islands. In 2004, Busuulwa began a dairy farm on 3 acres of land with 10 animals, but is today running a big venture of over 6,000 heads of cattle and over 15,000 goats sitting on 12 square miles. He plans to set up a poultry project with 500,000 birds. In an interview, Busuulwa said he was a prominent fisherman and only engaged in cattle keeping as a casual engagement, but that when the going at the sea got tough, he wholeheartedly plunged into dairy farming in earnest, and is today the leading breeding improvement stakeholder, not only in the islands, but also in the entire Greater Mukono district and beyond.
Kituufu Busuulwa, ye Busuulwa gwomanyi ng'omuvubi, yali omuvubi, naye olw'embeera yagenda akyuka, nadda mulimu gw'okulunda. Byombi nali mbikola naye nga guno nkukola lwa kwagala kubeerako nate nga omuntu okubeera n'omukwano n'ekintu. Naye oluvannyuma lw'embeera y'omulimu gw'okulaba nga genda gugootaana, nasalawo omulimu guno ogwongeramu amaanyi. Okulaba nga bw'olaba bwe guyimiridde mu kaseera kano. Olw'embeera eyampaliriza nga ebyennyanja tebikyalabika, nga nnina kusigala ku mulimu guno ogwongeramu maanyi ogw'obulimi n'okulunda. Kuno nnundira kusika mayiro 12. Era nnako ente eziri mu kakagamu n'ezigwamu, nnako embuzi ziri mu 1.5. Amata tusobola okuŋŋaanya 5,500 bwetutyo litres.
Today, Bukanama Dairy Farm employs not less than 300 people engaged in grazing both cattle and goats, planting fodder, maintaining the hedges and fences, and other petty jobs. He sells 6,500 litres of milk every 2 days, which he loads onto boats and ships to the mainland. He manages to preserve his milk by use of giant coolers, which he installed at his farm in the islands and are running on generators, given the fact that the islands are currently not connected on the national power grid.
Government nsooka okugyebaza olw'ebyo byonna nga sinnabagisaba olw'ebyo byetukoledde ng'okuba n'obukuumi ne tulunda ente zaffe nga tezirinaako mutawaana, tewali atuva ku mukono, yatuwa eddembe ery'okukola nga ffe abantu twekolera, naye nga mu ekyo kyenyongero gisaba kwe kutugondeza mu kyentambula, kuba kati mu kaseera kano ffe tetulina kye tugyagaza, naye tugyagala tugondezaako mu ntambula. Bwe tufuna entambula eyo gyatusuubiza, resident gyatusuubiza feri n'emala ejja kuno n'amasannyalaze, ffe tuba tetulina kirala kye tubanja.
Mukono District Production Officer Dr. Fred Mukulu expressed appreciation that many fishermen have gradually discarded fish farming and started embracing the animal rearing project. Mukulu said that Bukanama has over a period of time distributed hybrid animals in the 4 parishes and 16 islands and further away on the mainland.
This is Bukanama Farm on Ddamba Islands. This farmer came some time back, but not long time ago, about 15 years ago. Started with 3 acres and about 10 animals. But currently is on 12 square miles, almost on the entire island, with 7,000 heads of cattle and 12,000 goats. He has been improving the breed, and he now has pure breeds and crosses. For the goats, we have savannah goats and boer goats. We thank him. He has been part of forming, improving the breeds around Koome Islands. These are islands. We have 4 parishes and about 16 islands. But he has improved the breeds in all the islands. So he has improved the breeds in all the islands by giving bulls, by giving good cows to farmers.
The farm director, Lawrence Busuulwa, said his biggest shortcoming at the moment is that the government's promise of introducing a ferry in the area does not seem to be bearing fruits, as even the docking area has not been constructed. Indeed, transport is one of the things that are challenging Busuulwa's direct business, as he uses 120 litres of petrol to transport the milk from Koome Island to Katosi landing site on the mainland, from where he starts to access the market.
Lwokubanga ngukolera wala oba guliko entambula y'amazzi kati entambula y'amazzi ya bbeeyi nnyo olyato okuva n'ogende Katosi erinywa ebidomola by'amafuta 3 lita 6 n'amadda lita 6 nga tulaba nti Katosi tuli kumpi nnyo nti naye tukozesa amafuta mangi bwe buzibu kati buli kintu kyoleeta ku kizinga kuno ogenda okituuza kiba kya bbeeyi kubanga ekisooka bw'okireeta wali Katosi n'osooka okitikkula n'oteekako abakitikka ne bakiteeka mu lyato ate n'okijja mu lyato n'okivuga n'okituusa ku kizinga ate n'okijjamu n'okiteeka wansi ate n'okijjaawo n'ofuna emmoloka ate n'okijjaawo n'okyongera gy'olina okitwala kati kyawo awo emirimu egyo giba mingi tikkula zaako oli aba yamaze dde okuvaawo akolera omulimu ogwo ng'akolera ku kalu kati bwe bumu ku buzibu tusiŋŋaana ku nti gavumenti yatusuubiza feri era negireeta ne bagironkinga ku Koome naye okuva ku olwo embeera tugirindirira naye tennaba kutuuka naye nga etutta akamanga nga tulindirira kati tumanyi kigenda mu maaso kubanga tulaba ne wegenda okulaaninga wennyini tebannaba kulongoosaawo kati tetumanyi bbanga ki okuva kati okusinziira ku mbeera kubanga buli gwogamba n'abakulembeze baffe bw'oyogerako nabo buli muntu atamattama agamba naye tamanyi waweeri.
In response to this issue, Mukono Resident District Commissioner Hajat Ndisaba Fatuma Nabitaka, who headed the monitoring team to Koome Islands, promised to make different reminders to the responsible line government ministers, General Katumba Edward Wamala, the Minister for Transport and Works Inclusive.
Today we chose to come at Koome Islands and Ddamba Island in particular for the cause of seeing how production is done in Mukono district. Here we are at the farm of Mr. Busuulwa, Bukanama farm, who is doing it extensively in Ddamba Islands. Behind me you are seeing the cows. He has over 7,000 cows and he has more than 12,000 goats, which are of good quality. And our prayer and like a humble request to the government is to see that we respond to the outcry of this community, because their major concern is having a ferry to ease their transportation of the products that are got from this island. They are doing it well. Even other people are copying from Mr. Bukanama, and I'm seeing other neighbors also getting interested into the farming that he's doing on this farm. And we are getting an opportunity of him employing our youths who are not employed outside there and interesting them into the farming system. We want to do value addition, as the PDM is saying, there is a pillar of value addition. If we get solar system, or if we like modify the solar system, and we help these people in this community, we can help them to dry the milk and pack the milk for export, which is value addition and adding value on the products from this farm. At the same time, we can use the cow dung to modify it into the gas, and we reduce into the environment, like cutting down the trees and using the charcoal, which is destroying the environment. So our ministers, the Minister for Agriculture, the Minister for Works and Transport, the Minister for Energy, it is my humble appeal that I'm writing a report to you. I'm giving you these people. I want you to see what is happening in Mukono. This is more than a nuclear farmer. He's an extensive farmer who is on an international level. We should support this gentleman and the neighbors and the community of Koome. We should elevate the facilities, because we are seeing what is taking place, and we should try to respond to their outcry of the ferry, and then to come and make this a modern farm for like training our farmers and those who are more interested into the agriculture. Yeah, the ferry was promised to them But there were some like conflicting issues, because all promises of a government need people to push. We needed to know what exactly Koome does, what major activity, apart from fishing. Now we've come to see what is going on. We've come to see of what value Koome is to the government and to the district of Mukono. After seeing this, we are writing a report to the Minister of Works and Transport, to the Minister for Energy, to the Minister for Agriculture, to get them know that there are major activities done in Koome, and these people are helping our government, employing, and it is a factor to give them a ferry to reduce on the transportation. We thank the government of recent, it gave us an ambulance boat.
Bukanama Dairy Farm marketing officer Susan Bogerense is optimistic that when the poultry project finally takes off, even the small farmers like women and children will be able to get into business.
Twagala okwebaza ennyo omwami Busuulwa olw'okwewaayo alina emirimu gy'afunidde bannansi naddala ate ng'akyayongera okwongera ku bulunzi ng'agenda kugattamu n'obw'enkoko. Kitegeeza nti bw'aba alunda enkoko emitwalo 5, kitegeeza nti agenda kwongerako n'abakozi ababataka wansi wa 200 abajja okukola ku faama eyo. Tubebaza nnyo yonna munywa amata ga Bukanama Dairy, era amata gano tegabaamu mazzi. Amata gano gasaasaanidde wonna. Embuzi ennungi n'ente ennungi biva wano e Ddamba.
In a separate but related interview, the sub-county production officer for Koome Islands, Obeid Nsubuga, stresses the urgency of simplifying transport to the islands of Koome if more people had benefit from the current and future investments there.
Koome's major economic activities are fisheries and agriculture, which is crop and livestock. Beginning with the agriculture, Koome is one of the most fertile areas of Uganda. I can only compare Koome to Fort Portal in terms of soil fertility. Koome produces the best quality coffee beans in terms of caffeine, almost in the whole world. And Koome, in terms of Mukono, produces the highest quantities of upland rice, and generally the coffee sector is growing. Turning to livestock, Koome has the biggest dairy farm in Buganda, if not in Uganda, because it is 8.5 square miles, and it produces over 7,500 litres daily. In general, Koome produces 120 litres, 120,000 litres of milk on a daily basis, which is marketed in Mukono up to Kampala. The other potential investments in Koome, potential and current investments, Koome is a center of tourist attraction. Currently, Bulago Islands, which is visited by quite many foreigners, is located in Koome. We have Ngamba Islands, a chimpanzee sanctuary, the only chimpanzee sanctuary in Africa, is located in Koome.
Go. Oh, he helps, huh? He holds that bottle.
The chimp chimps leave the forest, and they come to this forest edge where they are fed with the supplementary food. This is majorly fruits and vegetables to supplement what they eat naturally in the forest. We are here at Ngamba Island Chimpanzee Sanctuary, and my name is Innocent, one of the caregivers. These guys in front of us, one is Masiko, a very influential male, and on his left hand side is Omtama. Masiko likes to do the rest belly sound, and you can see him scratching himself, rest bellying, something that sounds like and he does that to attract the attention of the caregivers, also to provoke other chimpanzees. Located 23 kilometers from Entebbe, you can see a number of chimps. You can see Tumbo trying to be busy nesting, and Masiko is rustbelling, while Omutama, one of the dominant males, is just grooming himself. Ngamba Island is one of the most interesting places to visit, but it has a diversity of other wildlife. And these guys here play a very big role in the conservation of the forest behind them. That was a call, and it's great. Panthoots is one of the ways chimpanzees communicate to the neighboring communities and the chimps within their community. We hope to see people come here, visit these guys, and get to learn more about how we relate with chimpanzees.
Wow. So most of the trees you have...
Despite the presence of ultra-modern facilities at Ngamba Islands, locals cannot access these facilities, and they are at present exposed only to the elite class who fly in from Entebbe Airport and back at the end of their holidays at the flashy recreational centers.
Koome is almost one of the areas in Lake Victoria where the equator crosses. That's also a big tourist attraction. The Bible was translated in Koome at a place called Ddamba, which is a big and a potential tourist attraction for Christians. It was translated from English to Luganda.
Nsubuga notes that Koome has the most fertile soils, only comparable to that in Kabarole, able to produce the best quality coffee beans and the best upland rice, but not readily accessible due to transport hindrance. Like previous speakers talked to, Nsubuga suggests that the most immediate solution to the problem is provision of a ferry so that people can transport their produce to good markets on the mainland, as well as provide affordable means of transport to the islands.
Koome was allocated a ferry. Actually, the ferry came to Koome and it was unveiled to the community by then National Roads Authority, but that is 2 years ago. We know and we hear that the program of the ferry transportation is still ongoing, but there's nothing tangible to prove that. We have not yet seen the ferry. People are over expectant. People have started investing, all waiting for the ferry. In fact, it has reminded me that currently we have over 250 acres of coffee planted in Koome, which is expected to be ferried out to the market using the long-awaited ferry.
Mukono District Production Officer Dr. Fred Mukulu disclosed that basing on Bukanama Dairy Farm initiative, concrete plans are in advanced stages for setting up a modern goat breeding center to serve as the fulcrum for popularizing goat rearing, not only in Koome, but in the entire district.
So with him we have formed Koome Dairy Cooperative Association, which is coming up. We support them by ensuring that we get good breeds from all over the world. And now we are starting a modern breeding of goats. It will be one of the few farms in Uganda to have that breeding system. We are proud of him because he's the biggest farmer and the best quality. You have seen the pastures, some of the best pastures. So he's the best farmer and the largest farmer in the central region.